Kind of famous? Okay. All right. Let's do it. And we are recording already here.
Check.
Hello.
Okay. Oh! Already falling. Okay. Hello and welcome to Dead and Kind of Famous.
You say that.
Oh, well, I have to read it.
Oh, that's right. Start again.
Hello and welcome to Dead and Kind of Famous,
where we dig into the life stories of dead folks who enjoyed a touch or two of fame in their time and now reside permanently in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery.
which we are currently at.
We are.
Can you hear the wind?
The wind. It's a kind of a cloudy, chilly Los Angeles day. We are sitting by the grace of the Bastegians.
So thank you to the Bastegians for their wonderful memorial bench that we're sitting upon.
They're the closest thing to a sponsor that we've had. So you want to sponsor the show? Talk to us about it. Also, here we are. Yes, we are going to visit some friends today.
We're going to, what is it called when you drop something off at someone's grave?
I don't know, but I say just giving our offerings.
Okay, yes. Okay, that's what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
We will be giving offerings to some of the rest of this season one, right? Season one. If I could speak today, that would be great.
The season one cast of characters.
Yeah, our season one cast of characters that we haven't yet visited or given an offering to. Mm-hmm. We are doing that today. And we're really excited to be here. I don't know if you can hear the peacocks in the background.
Yeah, we'll have to do some little video for fun to share with you guys of that if we can find them. But they're always around.
They're always.
This.
I think I see one over there.
We're gonna look around.
Yeah, we're gonna look for around.
The cemetery is filled with cats and peacocks and creatures, and there's like people who take care of the animals that are here. It's kind of a whole part of it, which I've always loved.
Yes.
And we are dressed, as you can see, in our all blacks, mostly to honor Vampira, but also all of the dead.
Yeah. So we are here, ready for an adventure.
We're ready for an adventure. We're going to take you guys along with us today. And also, I just want to be clear from the top. This is the last episode of season 1.
Yes,
it is. And I don't know if I should drop this now or later.
Do it now. Rip off the Band-Aid.
Okay, so this will be the last episode that you guys hear with both of us in Los Angeles.
That's right.
Because I am moving.
Oh.
But I see that we have a lot of listeners.
Do you hear the winds of change?
The winds of change. Oh, my God.
They be blowing.
We're moving to Minnesota, and to where the winds will be harsher and colder.
Will they ever? And by we, that's Courtney, her husband, and her child,
and Iris. Yeah, we're moving. And but that doesn't mean that the show is not continuing. It is, and we will just be. You've seen from the last couple episodes, we can definitely do it remotely, and we're going to keep doing that.
That's right.
So you got nothing to worry about there. It is just a change, and we wanted to make sure that we could be together here in the Hollywood Forever Cemetery, celebrating all of this because it is. This is not just a gimmick. I genuinely love this place, and I feel like the stories, it's just such a gift, all the stories that we've gotten from here. And so
I feel like the most connected to this city that I ever have.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
And I've been here since 2010. So
yeah,
I really do feel that way.
Yeah, I agree, and it makes me leave just. I don't know. I'm sad to leave. I'm excited for future things and to have a little more space and all of that. We were just talking about it. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, like I do love this city, and I think that the people here and the stories that come out of it are so amazing. And I'm so excited to keep telling them, even if I'm not physically here. It's good. This podcast is helping me stay tied to this city. It's actually like a really beautiful thing.
It's pretty magical.
Yeah. So
and this place is pretty magical.
It is. So we're excited to take you guys with us today. I know we don't normally do video, and this will just be in like bits and pieces anyway, but this is
just a little vlog style.
A little bit of a journey through. So hope you all enjoy it. And so let's be on our way. Let's do it. Let's go visit some friends.
Let's go.
Okay.
All right. I
think. Where is it? Oh, yeah.
We're coming up on some peacock here. And some peacock. We're coming up on, I think, just one.
Yeah. One loud one.
One very loud one.
Oh, and there's a swan. Do you see the swan?
Where?
Over there. Just sitting in between the trees.
Oh my gosh. Hi, swan.
Hello, swan.
Hello, swan.
Oh my goodness. So pretty.
Hello, peacock.
Yeah, I feel like these are both beautiful birds that are also aggressive. So you got to watch out. Yeah. All right, so we made it to the road. So actually, I think we have to cut in this way.
Oh, here it is. I know where it is. Okay.
Oh, because you see the arch.
Yeah. Okay. So this was my visual landmark. Was this reddish brown arch?
Mm-hmm. Pergola.
Yes. Oh my gosh! Wait, look at this grave with all of the dachshunds on it.
Oh my gosh!
Wait. Oh my god!
Stop it! This is so cute.
Oh my god!
You
guys!
This is like,
and there's like
still bringing people together. Mike Szymanski, journalist, activist, uncle, friend. We have to look him up.
Oh, we do. Oh my
he's
gosh.
Clearly a dog person.
Clearly. Look at this.
That's so cute. I love it. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we're gonna look him up and
yeah,
maybe have
we'll be back
episode.
To you.
Yeah. Because I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued, Mike.
All right, so this was the big thing.
Yeah.
There she is.
There she is. Oh my goodness,
Oh my
Mila.
gosh,
and someone's already
Mila.
visited today and given you fresh flowers as you deserve.
Flowers. Look, there she is.
And left kiss marks. Look at all the kiss marks.
Oh my gosh.
Stop it, you guys.
Oh, we have to leave.
Have to do this.
We
We're
have
wearing
to.
the lipstick.
Oh, we
for it.
are.
Okay. All right.
We're going to leave her kisses.
We're going to leave her smooches. And this wasn't our idea. I'm stealing it, though.
Yeah, we have to now.
This is a great way to get COVID.
Worth
All right.
it.
Okay. Here we are. We're at Mila's grave. She looks stunning in this etching. People have left some things here. This is interesting.
What have they left?
They've left. Okay, so there's like a little doggy kind of keychain. There's this little clown thing. There's an eyeliner. There's a spooky hand.
Yes, a little thing hand.
Yeah, a thing hand and a bunch of makeup. People left her a bunch of makeup.
Oh, that's so amazing.
Oh my God, I love it. That's incredible. And it might have just been like what they used to kiss the grave. I don't know, but bring your own lipstick though.
Yeah.
Health code
BYOL.
BYOL. Yeah, don't use the ones you find at a grave. Probably not the best idea. Okay, so let's do it. I'll go first?
Yes, go ahead.
All right. Okay, Mila, I'm going to give you a smooch right next to your face.
Aww.
There it is.
There it is. Here.
All right, Marissa's turn.
Here I come. All right. Mila, my girl.
Mwah. Look at that.
Little outline.
Look at our kissies. You can see them.
Someone left a little bit of a vape too.
Oh, okay.
And like all this red lipstick.
I love it. Obsessed. It's also just like I feel like someone needs to. We should have brought a joint, honestly.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'm not.
I know.
I'm not smoking at the moment. These are beautiful. These flowers.
They are.
That someone brought.
This is like okay. So what our plan was here was to
just visit for a while.
We were gonna just visit. We were just gonna visit and say, we're just going to say that we know how important you are.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you are mother. And
a little skull.
Wait a minute.
A little skull.
Stop it. It's so cute. Obsessed. Like, look, you're getting love, Mila. And so, I don't know. I think I also just want to say, I'm sorry. It's like, I want to apologize on your behalf for the fact that, like, you were a good friend to people. And I think you did have friends around till the end, but I'm sorry more people weren't there right at the end because they should have been. And you deserved more, but I'm glad that you're getting your due here. And look at all this love, Milo. Look at all your kisses.
Look at all of the kisses.
Look at all the kisses.
And all the offerings.
Yeah. That
I'm sure you'd get a kick out of.
Oh my gosh. You would love. Obsessed. So you are loved, darling. And we're just, and thank you for giving us 4 episodes.
Like, my gosh. Yes. Goodness gracious.
You gave us 4 great episodes, and we've gotten listeners, we've gotten so much really great feedback from you, especially about those episodes. So thank you for that.
You are loved, beloved.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to drop an Easter egg right now that I didn't drop before.
Okay.
So, am I getting us? Okay, so basically, I never said this. We said it in another take, and I never included it in the edit.
What?
But Mila Nurmi's son, her love child with Orson Welles.
Right.
They found him in the end. So we never included that in the actual episode.
That's true.
But they did. They found him. And he was a lawyer. He could have, it's too bad that he wasn't around. He could have helped her with some of her disastrous, Elvira.
Dealings.
Yeah, stuff. And but they found him. Her niece in particular, who wrote the story, and her daughter, her niece's daughter, found him through 23andMe. So they were able to, and so that verifies it.
Yep.
That everything she was saying was true. By the way,
well, she was always a truth teller.
She was a truth teller.
She never lied.
And yeah, so he exists and is there to carry on, your genetics. And I think he's a much more straight-laced person than you were, Mila. But I hope he helps some people in your situation, like legally to help with creative rights. That would be really cool if he went down that road. I don't know. But I know he was really happy to find out about his mom and everything. And so it's cool that he's still connected to your story. So
as we all are.
Yeah. My attention, as beautiful as this grave is, got pulled back here. I just have to point it out and speak to what's distracting me. This is Marzi Harris's grave. I don't know who she was, but she's very close to Vampira's. And it says loving mother, sister, daughter, and occasional wife.
Iconic.
That's
I want that on my gravestone. Occasional wife.
Yes. But then it says the Mark Twain quote at the bottom, the fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Marzi, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
And also your Princess Diana haircut is pulling me in. Fully pulling me in. But back to Mila, because we're here for her.
Back to Mila. Oh my God. Yeah.
I love how it says 1922 and then the forever symbol.
Yes. The infinity sign.
The infinity sign. And then 2008, because she is limitless, ageless, timeless.
Yes.
And it says Vampira below that. And then it says Hollywood legend.
Hollywood legend. And I'm glad that it says that. Yeah. Because not enough people treated this woman like she was the legend that she was. And so I feel like it's, like a lot of great artists, honestly, we think of that with visual artists all the time, but with a lot of great artists, sometimes you don't get noticed until after you're gone.
Yeah.
And I think with her, she was noticed before she was gone, but then kind of shuffled to the background and her influence was taken on in a way that was stolen. Yeah. And she didn't get the credit she deserved. So her influence was always there and she just kind of disappeared behind it. But yeah. So
these flowers are fresh and amazing, and they smell.
And I smell them.
So good.
They smell delicious.
So good.
Some roses. Yeah, that's really sweet. It's so sweet to see all the love that she's getting here.
I'm really glad that.
And these black roses.
Oh my gosh.
Perfect. But
these are definitely for her. There's a skull in here.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You don't leave black roses for just anybody.
No.
Especially, cloth ones that will stand the test of weather.
Yep.
And time.
And time.
But yeah, we love you, milady. And so we're just like really, this is the funny thing about Graves. You're like, we're sitting on top of her right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just reveling in that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I hope that's, yeah. Sorry, Mila, but also, like, I feel like I want to say sorry I'm sitting on you, but also, like, this is what you do when you visit a grave.
Right. It is what you do. I hope one day I can become a comfortable seat for someone to talk about how fabulous I was.
Leave a sign on your grave that says, "This is my face. Sit on it."
Sit on it. Along with occasional wife.
I want to say that is going to make me go to hell, but I just feel like the list to get into hell is pretty long these days.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's me that's on there.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
Not today.
Not today. Not in 2025. But anyway, we love you, Mila. I wish you were still here, and we're grateful. We're grateful. That's really what we want to say. And honestly, like, I just feel like the whole spirit of this day is Mila, because we're basically like doing what she did and like hanging out by graves and just like causing mischief. And that was like her favorite thing to do with her buds, if y'all recall.
Yeah.
With James Dean and
so this
Jack
whole
Simmons.
This whole day was inspired by her.
Yes, it was.
Much.
And so we wanted to dress a little goth. That's why Marissa looks like she's straight out of The Craft. She was, the true inspiration. Or like The Matrix. You have a little bit of a dual thing going on.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
A little past, a little future, a little timeless and forever.
Yeah. At the Hollywood Forever Cemetery. Yes. But so as we are noting here, Mila passed away in 2008. Mm-hmm. We are going to be visiting her friend Tomato, who passed away actually earlier than her, even though he was much younger. So we come with us on to the next, and we will visit our friend Tomato.
Come join us.
Yeah, and thanks for introducing us to Tomato, Mila, because you did.
She surely did.
She did. She's helping us make great friends even still today. All right, let's move on.
Look at this lipstick with glitter.
Oh, hell yeah. There's a lot of black lipstick.
There's a lot of black lipstick.
A lot of red.
You had a brown one.
Mm-hmm.
I had a red one right here. You can't tell because this lipstick
stays.
It does not move. All right.
Record again. All right. So we're still walking around. We're going to make our way to Tomato. Oh, we got to look up Tomato.
We do.
All right. But just wanted to, as we're doing that, point out what we're seeing. So we have Lori Beckland. We don't know you, Lori.
We don't know you. March 12, 1948 to February 8th, 2015. A creative, joyful, passionate writer, activist, and friend who devoted her life to making the world better and more beautiful.
Amazing.
It says, then there's an extra little rock that says Lori Beckland, famous writer, infectious smile, competitive. What does it say? Competitive charades player.
Oh, stop it! Wait, I'm looking up Tomato's grave. You look up Lori's. I don't know. Does she have a wiki? Let's figure it out.
Her gravestone is a book. It's an open book.
Yeah, so she's clearly a writer.
Competitive charade player. That's amazing.
I know. Lori.
Shall we walk and talk?
Yeah, I'm going to look up Lori.
Lori Beckland.
Yeah, this is like the fast and dirty Wikipedia version of a couple people that we didn't know we wanted to talk about today for that are catching our eye. Lori Beckland dies at 66.
Oh, young.
I found her obituary. Lori Beckland dies at 66, former LA Times reporter and author. They call it Door of the Devil, wrote Times journalist Lori Beckland in 1983, a craggy spot not far from downtown San Salvador where the earth ends, plunging into a sheer mist-filled ravine.
Ooh.
Beckland had been reporting from El Salvador for nearly 4 years and had finished a series of stories that would change America's perception of the violence ravaging that country. Why does everything end up tying back to right now that we even like start to peruse?
I know.
Yeah, so anyway, thank you for your service, Lori. I wish I could have played charades with you also. Okay. So we're sitting outside. That is the sound of battling male peacocks. We're in this like very gorgeous Buddhist part of the graveyard, and all the girl pink peacocks are hiding behind this bench, and the males just had a fight, and then we have little kitty over here who's like, what's going on? Just to show you guys. Oh, Marissa, look behind you. It's like a full-on gang of peacocks over here. It's pandemonium. And the girls are like, we're going to stay over here. I don't know what that's about, but not about it. I'm going to stay back here. Yeah. And Kitty's like, I'm with you. Yeah. I just turned these way up. It's okay, there. Cool. Yeah. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Kitty. Hi, honey. Oh, wow. You're getting lots of attentions around here, aren't you? Yeah. Yeah. There's a girl, I'm forgetting her name right now, but she does a tour at Hollywood Forever.
Oh, you mentioned her before, yeah. Yeah, and we mentioned her on an episode, I believe.
Yeah, and one of the cats used to like show up on her tour all the time and follow her around, and now she adopted him. Yeah.
That's so sweet.
I know.
So right now we are next to the chapel where Tomato is. Right. It is. I guess it's a Sunday, so
yeah.
This makes sense.
There's a service.
There's a service going on. There's a burial going on. So we're obviously not going to interrupt that.
And also the door was locked. We actually tried our best to get inside.
Yeah, to go around.
Not to like interrupt anything, but just to go inside where the service was not happening. It's happening right outside. But the door was locked, so we could not get in.
So we can't go see Tomato today. But we're going to sit here surrounded by all of the female peacocks and the kittens. Like, we're literally, I need to...
Yeah, there's 4 female peacocks surrounding us right now. They're so beautiful and so, they're not as flashy about it as the males, but they are. They're beautiful. They have these
gorgeous,
these blue-green necks, and then the rest of them is neutral because they're like,
classic for any season.
Yeah, they're just they're neutral queens. They're like, yeah, and they wear their little headpiece.
Little crowns. Hi.
Yeah. And they let the men do what they need to do to feel good, I guess, which is fight and look pretty. So I don't know if there's a direct parallel for anything there, but let's go ahead and
we should do a little coloring page.
I think Tomato. So. That's what I was going to say. Let's do it.
Let's do a little coloring page for Tomato. Gotta pick the right one.
And maybe this is appropriate. Like all these peacocks are screaming around us for the Screamers singer.
I know, right? It does make sense.
That's
for him
cute.
To be in the loudest part
Yeah, exactly. If Tomato DiPlenty were a bird, this looks like peacock feathers. That's kind of fun.
That is fun.
Maybe that one.
Yeah.
You want to pick
I like that one.
Yeah,
let's
both do it. So we're picking a page in this coloring book that Marissa has because we wanted to, as an offering to Tomato, do something that was, art, just
It's art focused
without a lot of thought and just, but just kind of going with the flow and because he was in flow state constantly. So we're just trying to flow with it as well. Ooh, and you have all these peacock colors. This is so fun.
I sure do.
Okay. But yeah, how funny. So what we were just talking about, by the way, so we're coloring for Tomato. We'll take a picture of this when we finish.
Should I set up a little?
Oh, the tripod? No, let's just take a picture when we're done, so I don't want to draw attention to ourselves.
Okay.
We've gotten a little bit slapped down for recording.
Yeah.
So we just want to be a little...
Which I understand. I mean, we weren't near anyone. We weren't...
Right. We didn't want to... We aren't coming here to be disrespectful.
Yes.
It's quite the opposite, so... but anyway, so we just don't want to call too much attention to ourselves. But we are coloring a beautiful peacock-centered page. And what we were just talking about, that I'll just circle
on our walk here.
Yeah, is that, we're talking about dead folks in our own lives, I guess. And I was saying that I haven't ever visited a grave of anyone that has died in my family. And the reason is I actually do think that my maternal grandmother is buried, but I think it might be, it's not anywhere near where I live. Mm-hmm. I know I went to her funeral, but the visitation wouldn't have made sense. And her ceremony was actually a memorial service. In fact, in both cases, all cases of my deceased grandparents, they were all memorial services. So it wasn't like you were at a cemetery watching a grave be dug and all of that. That wasn't a part of it. It was just, all of the other parts of it.
Like a celebration of life.
Yes, but there was
the wake.
But there was also there was an open casket like the night before for my maternal grandmother, I remember. And then
Would you ever do that?
No, I would never. I would also just not. No, I don't know. You know what? I don't think I would do any of the
oh my gosh. The peacocks agree.
Yeah. They're saying no. I don't think I would do any of the embalming side of things.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to nix that as a possibility. Yeah. But that's just me. But yeah, I think that my grandmother on my dad's side was cremated. That's what
I want to do.
Yeah. And
or the thing where you can be turned into a tree.
Totally. I was very close with her, so I was part of the ceremony of what we did with her ashes, which was like she lived in New Jersey, and her beach house was on Long Beach Island, and it was my favorite place to go as a kid because she is the originator of my love of theme hotels. Because
yes,
every room in the house had a theme. So it was
there was that. More is more.
Yes, there was. Her bedroom was a southwest room in New Jersey, southwest themed, and then which is incredible. And then there was kind of a more. It made more sense in New Jersey, I guess, but kind of Maine. Actually, it was a sailor's dark blue kind of small bedroom upstairs with all those carved wooden sea captains in there. And then my favorite one was the Japanese room because my grandfather was a medical sales person, I want to say. And so he traveled a lot to Japan for work. And so he had so much Japanese stuff and
a whole room full.
Yeah. And then they actually redid the room. They covered all the walls in cedar planks.
Ooh, so it smelled so good,
It smelled so good, and the lights were like these Japanese parasols that they had like upside down. So it was just really fun and imaginative place to be as a kid, and felt like you were traveling a little bit, like it,
broadened your horizons.
Yeah, it was just fun. It was a lot of fun. It felt like every room was an experience. So I do kind of love a theme motel.
She really does.
From that moment, really that brought me there. But anyway, when she decided what she wanted to do with her ashes, she was very intentional about all that stuff before she died. And so we went out onto the lagoon that the house was on in a little boat, and we all had clamshells and her ashes in just like a bucket. And we took out a scoop full of ashes, and we had a flower each, and we like said our goodbye, and we dumped the ashes into the lagoon.
That's
and
so
threw our flower in. Yeah, it was perfect.
I love that.
Yeah. But what about you?
My grandfather had, the casket and, the burial thing. But other than that, it's been memorial services, which I think I prefer.
Yeah.
It feels like more of a celebration. It's still sad, but like more bittersweet than sad.
Right, because people are still kind of like laughing and talking
And
about the
sharing
best
stories.
stuff.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. I have always said I want to roast. I want to roast for my funeral.
All right, noted. I
want a roast, and not a funeral, a roast, and I want. Courtney already gave me a roast for my birthday.
I did.
It was so funny.
With our friend Nora.
Yeah, it was so funny. But it was private.
Yes.
I want anyone to be able to like get up there and roast me. and then I'll be cremated.
Sure anyone?
And then I'll be cremated. Yeah, whatever. I won't care. I'll be dead.
That's true. I'm thinking of some of your, believe it or not, Marissa has haters.
Can you believe? Hey, if you don't have haters in life,
you're being too nice.
That's true. You could be the nicest person in the world and still someone will find an excuse to hate you.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So do whatever you want.
I do think that the older I've gotten and the more shit storms I've endured, the more I'm like, I'm finally accepting of what I've always known to be true, which is just that you have to not care what other people think of you. And I kept saying, I remember throughout the course of our friendship, I'm pretty sure I've told Marissa many times, I get it now. I don't care anymore, but I always still did. And then it's like, then I got to a place where I was like, no, actually, I know there's people that don't think highly of me, and I don't give a fuck. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
You got to get to that place.
You got to get to the fuck it. You got to get to the Tomato DiPlenty place.
That's right.
Of just like literally not. He didn't even care about the people, whether people liked what he was doing or not.
No, or if like.
Forget the haters. He didn't even care about the likers.
Yeah, it's true. He said, what did he say about the fans? That they were like, the punk fans
Hi, ladies.
Hi, Peacocks.
Oh my God, we're literally surrounded all the
female
girls.
Peacocks.
Hi, baby.
They know they're in a safe space.
Yeah, they do.
But yeah, I feel. What did he say? It was like that they were all hokey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that punk fans were the hokiest. So, but also, yeah, I think, he wasn't living off the fumes of their love, which is like what a lot of people do when they get that kind of adoration. Not all of us get that kind of adoration, but when you do.
Fumes of their love. That was so poetic. Goodness, the fumes of their love. Yeah, because like it could get to your head, and it often does.
It does. You expect to be always getting adoration, and
I don't expect that ever.
Yeah, I think it's I
hope to always never expect that ever.
I know, right? Like you can't.
I expect people to disappoint me, really.
Yeah.
So
I think it's a nice thing. It should always come as a pleasant moment that doesn't get taken for granted whenever anyone offers you appreciation or says nice things about what you're doing, you know, that should always hit in a way where it's like, oh, you didn't need to say that instead of expecting it, you know?
Right.
So, but yeah, Tomato was not that guy. And also like, cause he's like, honestly, he was always living for himself. He's like, I don't need to keep doing this just because people want me to. I'm going to go and, you know, and do my own thing and do art. And that's also to say, like, this whole conversation, I think I can dovetail pretty easily into the appreciation that I personally have for everybody who's been giving us feedback about the show. And I want to find a way to like pay you guys back for that, by the way. I wonder if I want us to take, first of all, Marissa, before we leave, we have to take like a photo that looks fabulous.
Oh.
So we're going to do that.
Well, we're not leaving this place.
Yeah.
That. Don't you worry. I didn't put all this makeup on to not document it.
We have to do a Milo and Ermi style wish you were here picture. You know, that's what I want to do.
Yes.
Like the wish you were here grave picture. Poke a little fun at that. I want to make some sort of postcard we can send as a thank you to people, or a sticker or something like that. And I feel like
love it.
I also want to eventually, and I've got to like figure out how to do this. I'm truly just brainstorming out loud, but I would like to figure out a way to like send off our source materials, like the books that I have, the random old like out of print 70s books and stuff that I've used for like all of these episodes, you know?
We could do like a giveaway, lottery giveaway.
Yeah,
people just have to enter.
Yeah,
like leave a comment to enter.
Yeah, something like that. Because if you guys have any interest in that, they're really like fun books, especially Milo and Ermi's. But honestly, like all the stuff that led the Christopher Jones stuff. Give me some feedback about what you want more of, actually, from us, because season 2.
Oh, the ladies are speaking up.
The ladies are speaking.
What up, girl? How can we help you?
Yeah.
How can we help you?
But season 2 is going to be not until like the fall, kind of when our season 1 started, really. So we're taking the summer off for sure. Because you guys, I'm doing a cross country move. I need a minute.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll be back. Don't worry about it, but I do need a minute. And yeah, I think,
let her get settled.
Let me get settled, but then we'll be coming back. I already have stuff lined up. It's going to be good.
We have another pod we'll be working with that I'm excited about.
Oh yeah, exactly.
No spoilers, but a little tease.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm excited to love on Los Angeles continually, even though I won't physically be here. Although I'll obviously be coming back to visit.
Obviously.
Duh. Yeah. Because also, like, okay, maybe now we're just truly coloring and talking to you guys.
Yeah.
Off the cuff right now. But so let's share a little bit about our friendship story, because I don't think we ever really have.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
this is how me and Courtney became friends. I used to be married, and the guy I used to be married to went to high school with Courtney, and she reached out to him randomly and was like, hey, my boyfriend at the time, now husband, my boyfriend and I are thinking about moving to LA. You know, kind of want to pick your brain about it. Also, like, do you have a place we could crash while we're there? And we're like, sure, we have a living room and a blow-up mattress.
Yep.
Come on down. And, you know, we had been there
5 years at that point?
I think.
Or less. Less.
I moved in beginning of 2010.
This was earlier than we actually moved. So, like, we were out there for a wedding, actually, and we were trying to connect because we were definitely thinking about moving at that point. And that was, for me, the very first time I was ever in Los Angeles. So, and this was probably, I want to say it was like 2013. Is that too early? I feel like that was
right.
it. I think
that
it was
sounds
right. Because then we moved about 2 years later. We moved in 2015. So that was when we came out.
So then they stayed with us, and literally they came, dropped off their stuff, and then we went out to a bar in Highland Park called Hermosillo.
Mm-hmm.
And it was literally like me and Courtney were on a first date.
I know.
That's what it felt like. Me and Courtney like really got to know each other, and like we just connected sort of immediately. Not sort of immediately, definitely immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And after they left, I was like, well, Courtney, when she moves here, she's going to be my best friend. I had like already decided upon it. 'Cause like when you know, you know.
Yeah, 100%.
And and she did move, and we did become best friends.
Yep.
And
very immediately. And the way that we did too, it was like, I think we hung out again right after we moved. And then it was like, then you sent me like a text that was like this very vulnerable text, actually. I feel like as an adult woman to be like, I really like you, and
I want to be friends.
I want to be friends. What do you think? Like,
please be friends with me.
Yeah. And I was like, yes, I was thinking the same thing. I probably thought you were like too cool to even, I think I was like surprised that you sent it to me because I felt the same way. What? But I also thought that you were like, you know, I thought of you as somebody who was like, you're the one telling me everything. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're the one like kind of giving me your time to like guide me through like showing up here.
Oh my gosh, that's only because I got here first.
Right, but it was like in my head, that's how I like thought about it. And then you know, I responded back with a dumb like Bachelor reference and joke,
and
like
a rose emoji.
A rose emoji.
And
like,
I was like,
will you accept this rose?
And I was like, hell yeah, I will.
Yes. And then we started going on hikes together a lot before Marissa's knee started acting up.
Oh, God. Yeah, that was the beginning of the end for my knee.
Yeah.
When I could no longer do hikes with Courtney.
Yeah, but we did. We did so many hikes together in the beginning. And I remember just having like the deepest conversations. We were always like just having these like huge conversations on these hikes that we took like all the time. And the hikes are really what made me fall in love with LA at first. Because I hadn't had that experience, like living in Chicago. It's like you don't really have a hike you can just walk to easily. Parks and stuff that are great, but like not a hike. And so that to me it is such a lovely part of living in LA that you're just like, oh, like I'm gonna go get some nature because I need it, and it's right there.
Yep. Gotta go touch grass on a hillside.
Yep, and you can do it. So I really love that. And we would just, we'd have these like deep conversations, and it's just funny to think about because I feel like you at that point, you know, now I'm the one who's married and whatever. And you at the point where like, you're the married woman who's like, you were telling me like, so is this the guy? What are we doing here? Like, you guys have been together for a minute. What's going on? Like you were just, it's funny. It was like a different side of you.
Yeah. Cause I was like, you moved across the country with this guy.
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah. Cause I wouldn't ever do that for anyone unless it was serious. So I was like,
yeah,
give me the tea, girl.
Right. But, yeah. And then Marissa ended up being my maid of honor, even though at that point, I think we'd only been friends for like 3 years. But, you know, I knew. When you know, you know.
When you know, you know.
Here, listen. People think that's not long enough for somebody to be your maid of honor. I'm sorry. People get married when they've known each other for 2 years.
I'm no longer on speaking terms with the girl who was my maid of honor. So,
yeah.
You know, that was also like, oh my God, that was a lifetime ago. I was 24 when I got married, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And 30 when I got divorced or separated or whatever, with the intention of getting divorced.
Right.
So, yeah, and I got Courtney in the divorce, is what I always say.
She did. She did.
I did indeed. So, yeah. And we've been creative partners since the beginning. We've like made so many things together.
Yeah, we made a really weird we made a really weird web series.
Oh
my God, we should provide links to that.
We should never ever let that see the light of day.
Don't you for the longest time had it as part of your reel.
Because I had nothing else. Out of true necessity.
It's kind of fun. It's unhinged, but it's fun.
It's unhinged.
Yeah. So But no, good luck trying to find it. We didn't.
Learning curve for sure stuff.
Yeah.
Just like messing around and figuring out how to do stuff, really.
In the style of Tomato DiPlenty.
Yeah.
Keep bringing it back to him because we're still coloring for you and meditating on these thoughts that connect to you, sir. The screamers. The screamers are all around us.
The screamers and the dreamers.
The screamers and the dreamers. But yeah, so it's been quite the journey here. I'm trying to think like what other highlights in the time that I've lived here and in the time of our friendship specifically. Highlights and lowlights. Good Lord, there have been plenty. There have been DiPlenty. Yeah, there sure have been.
More highs than lows.
More highs than lows, and I think that LA in particular, like, sometimes I've been here for 10 years now, and it's like,
which is crazy.
I know. But I feel like I don't have I've been here long enough to not have that kind of relationship with a city you haven't been in forever, or like at least when you've been in there under a decade, right? Where you kind of have like associations with a certain period of time in your life or something like that. And it can like taint your whole perception of a place. And I don't feel like that about here because I've been here long enough to have really great memories and some really not great memories. But what has always been true is that I have been loved and supported here through all of it because I've got the best people and you are one of those people.
I think that, something about Mila, she was buried here because her friends got together.
Yeah.
And made sure she had an amazing place to rest.
Same with Tomato.
And same with Tomato
too, yeah.
Yeah. So I think LA is definitely a place where you can find a chosen family.
Yes.
And there's a lot of instances where we see that, where people's chosen family are the ones who they're there at the end, and they ultimately make sure that they had a really rad place.
Yeah.
To spend eternity.
Yeah. I don't know. I think anybody who puts energy towards their friends, it goes on. It lives on as an example to other people.
Yeah, because family you don't choose, but friends you choose.
That's right. That's right. And I know that you've had to break up with some friends, Marissa.
That's right.
I remember at the beginning of our friendship, that was such a point of conversation, was you, because I replaced them, you breaking up with all of your friends.
Not all of them.
Not all of your friends. No, there's plenty of friends that Marissa has had for quite some time. But
yeah, but like true friendship breakups, I've had a couple.
And I was like there for them.
Because Courtney showed me what I deserved. Courtney showed me what I deserved, and I wouldn't settle for anything less.
That's right. I want to say I really messed this up because I needed to give this to you here, and I forgot it. But I got you something.
What did you get me?
I got you in the offering of friends, because I'll just describe it to you guys because I'm going to have to give it to Marissa later. But it's a candle, and it says, "Bet you're my soulmate." That's what it is.
It's true.
It's true.
That's what it is. That's all.
So you can burn it and cry when I'm not physically in LA.
I hate it. But also, I'm very excited for you.
I feel like, you've been very understanding about all of that. And I feel good about the fact that another one of your close friends is moving into the house.
The apartment in the back. Yeah.
So that, you have that legacy living on of
close friends only.
Close friends only, being surrounded by your people.
Yeah.
So, I think the legacy
lives on.
Lives on. The friend legacy. But yeah. But bitch, you're my soulmate.
Bitch, you're my soulmate.
And you Peacock girlies have been the inspiration for the whole piece we're working on right now. And I think it's just about done.
Yeah.
Oh my God, we should warn this peacock. Look at this male. He's coming up. He's coming on up.
Strutting.
He's strutting around.
All right, we just finished our little.
Yeah,
let's
we
take
did.
A picture of it.
We're going to take a picture of it for you guys to see. All right, this is the sound of Tomato DiPlenty's artwork being torn from the coloring book pages. Should we leave a message on it?
Yes, in the back.
Let's put a message on it. Okay. Do you have a red pencil?
I sure do.
Okay.
Every single color here.
Red or orange? Okay, so I'm gonna narrate this as I write it. All right. So we're saying, dearest Tomato.
Thanks for teaching us to always do plenty.
Thanks for teaching us to always do plenty. I spelled his last name as the D-U and then the plenty and put it in air quotes. He'll get it.
If you liked what you heard, or if you have any feedback for us at all, the good, the bad, the ugly, the dead, the alive, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts, and let us know what you think. We really want to hear from you. Also, follow the show, please. Definitely subscribe, wherever you get your podcasts. But write us a review. Tell us what you're thinking.
Dead and Kind of Famous is written, researched, and produced by Courtney Blomquist. It is co-hosted by Marissa Rivera. We tag team on socials. Jesse Russell and Courtney Blomquist do our editing.
Until next time, you might not be famous, but you got a story to tell, and you're not dead yet. Okay, bye.
Bye.